Welcome to Morocco. We're Luke and Sabrina, and today we are in the Moroccan Sahara. This is going to be such an incredible episode. We're going to be exploring a local souk here in the Sahara Desert before meeting up with some nomads, exploring the dunes, and seeing all that the Moroccan Sahara Desert has to offer. I've been waiting a really long time for this. I'm super excited, and we're doing it all with our friends from Moroccan Food Tour. So make sure you stay tuned until the end. It's going to be a great episode. Let's go eat some Moroccan. To start off the day, we are at the souk. It's Thursday and the souk will only happen 3 times a week. It's a market that composes of all the different products of the region that the nomad people of the Sahara will actually bring here and sell. And one thing you can see an abundance of is dates. There is so many dates here. So we're definitely gonna try some of those. This is really rural, off the beaten path. I don't think they get too many tourists here. It is super cool to walk around though. So let's try some dates. Here in the Sahara and Morocco, they have over 400 different varieties of dates, all different shapes, sizes, colors. This one looks really good. Let's try it. Oh man, it's so naturally sweet. It's almost like caramelly and very creamy too.
So we're at a little place here that sells some really interesting ingredients that I've never seen at the market. One is rabbit, which they have in tagine, and the other is pigeon, which sometimes goes in the traditional pastilla. So yeah, this is really interesting.
Besides food products, there's also lots of handicrafts and different metal working. There's traditional blacksmithing going on, guys sharpening knives, all the old traditional way. No corners cut here. The nomads that are bringing their ingredients here aren't actually selling for money, but rather they're just trading for the necessities that they need, and whatever they're producing they will trade for something else. It's a very simple way of life. So interesting to be here and seeing it firsthand. We've just stumbled on one of the coolest things ever. This is the parking lot, and all the nomads' preferred method of transportation is donkey. So they've got all their donkeys parked here, I don't know, hundreds of them, and they're kind of nailed in with a leash on the ground, and that is a sight to see. Wow, it's a lot of donkeys.
This plant is mixed with 15 herbs, tea, and mixed with mint. That's fresh mint, no last longer, just 1 day, 2 days.
Oh really?
We just stumbled across this shop with probably 50 or more different types of spices here, and they're all native to this region of the Sahara in Morocco, so none of them are imported. The smell is absolutely incredible and the colors are so vibrant.
Tea and mixed with jasmine.
Wow, that is so fruity. I have never smelled anything like these teas before.
They're all spices natural. No same with the big city, all mixed with lemon. All spices mixed with lemon for last longer.
Last longer, okay.
That's the 44. Cumin and mixed with lemon. The cumin with lemon is very good for cholesterol, stomach, good for cooking. It's a ras al-hanout, head of the shop. the hot curry and the sweet curry.
You have everything.
You could literally
Hot
spend
curry,
all day
hot
at this
style.
stall smelling, tasting
Hot
all the
in
different
cooking,
types of
hot
spices.
in
And they're all
everything.
mixed with lemon apparently because it's actually like a natural preservative. It'll make it last up to 4 years or longer. This is gonna be one of my favorite markets I've ever visited in the world. It's so authentic and real feeling, and we're pretty hungry now walking around. So we're going to try madfouna, which is the quintessential dish to try in the Moroccan Sahara. And this is the spot right here. Let's go in.
لا بلاش راه بجورة راه كنت عارف.
Madfouna is also known as Berber pizza or Amadzir pizza. It's very similar, but it's actually kind of like a stuffed bread. We have two different fillings. One is purely vegetarian, well actually with a little bit of boiled eggs, but only vegetables. And the other one has beef fat, onions, and lots of spices inside of both of them. And he's laying out one sheet of dough and then topping it with the filling and then covering it with another sheet of dough and then clamping it closed, flattening it out so it's about the size of a pizza, and then it's going straight in the oven. And madfouna is a quintessential dish of the Sahara. You have to try when you're visiting here, and it looks really good. I've heard a lot of good things, so I'm excited to try it out.
This is the vegetarian. Vegetarian.
Smells so good.
هذا ما فيش سكر. ثانية.
Our madfouna has arrived. This is the beef, the traditional kind, and it is all sliced up just like a pizza. Are you hungry?
Oh yes.
Let's
Can't
dig
wait
in.
to dig in. Yeah.
All right, here goes. Just like a pizza.
Pizza style.
Cheers.
Yeah. Still hot.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Seriously. Awesome.
That is spectacular. That has a ton of different spices in there. It's absolutely delicious. It's even juicy because of the fat that was mixed inside. Oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how good this is, and I'm super hungry. What do you think?
Oh yeah, that tastes amazing. You've got a little bit of everything. You've got the ginger, the cumin, the ras al hanout, onions, and the fresh herbs,
Yeah.
parsley and cilantro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh wow,
That
amazing.
goes.
And of course, we need to have it with some tea. And what's the reason to have it with the tea?
So yeah, in order to not be thirsty after madfouna, you need to drink it with some tea.
Round two, we have our second madfouna here, and this is actually a vegetarian style, which isn't necessarily traditional, but when people come to have madfouna, they often only order one, and then they definitely regret it. So we had to have a second one. Nice big slice. Cheers.
Cheers.
This one is quite different.
Yeah, way much different.
It's got way more of a spicious taste in there.
Yeah, preserved lemon, olives, carrots. This brings the sweetness.
Wow, really good option if you want to try madfouna and have a vegetarian style, or maybe you want to take it with you. Wow, that's awesome.
That madfouna was on another level. That very well may be my favorite dish that we've tried on this trip to Morocco. I think It has to be. It's so good. Oh, and then we've also got another to go.
You never get enough from that.
And you can see why they call it the Berber pizza. So we're working our way out to the Sahara, and we just pulled over on the side of the road because we spotted some camels, but not any camels. One of these camels is pregnant, and that means there's camel milk to try.
So they're just about to milk the camel. All we need to do is wait for the baby camel to come and suckle a little bit, and it's gonna be ready to milk really soon.
كاين موجود.
So it doesn't get much fresher than this. This is probably only out of the udder for 30 seconds now, and it actually feels like a little bit warm. Camel milk, first time I've ever tried it. Let's try it. Yum. It doesn't have much different of a taste than cow's milk. It's just got definitely more creaminess going on. I'm sure there's a lot of fat in there. It's super nutritious, and it's a little bit sweet actually. That's really good. It's like room temperature, maybe a little bit warmer. Wow, interesting. No weird flavors at all. Just tastes like regular milk, just a little bit creamier.
Okay, fresh camel milk. I don't know about this. Yeah, it's warm and creamy, but yeah.
Can you taste the camel?
No, not at all. It's probably a good thing.
Quick little pit stop to fill up on some milk. That was really cool. First time trying camel milk. I should actually mention that the camels here, they're called dromedaries. So they only have one hump on their back. But yeah, really good camel milk. Definitely give it a try if you're here in the Moroccan Sahara. We have just made it to the town of Merzouga, which is known as the gateway to the Sahara here in Morocco. And we're gonna jump on one of those guys right there, ATVs, go for a little ride around the sand dunes. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Let's go. We have left the Sahara dunes behind for a more rocky part of the Sahara Desert, and we've just come to this nomadic family settlement in the middle of nowhere. There's absolutely nothing around. They've just got one tent that is actually made out of camel fur, and we're going to be visiting this family and having lunch with them. This is an Amazigh family, so the indigenous people of Northern Africa, and this is about as real as it gets. This is not a permanent setup. These people will be moving through the Sahara Desert, following the water with the seasons, and we actually were just told that this year there was no rain. There was no rain here. So this hut here is the kitchen. It's made with, looks like straw and mud, and they've got another one of these structures right over there. In this structure over here, they are using the camel fur to make more patches for the tent in case the tent is damaged. The tent is the one that they will sleep in, and it's more of their house. And they're also making a carpet handmade in here, which looks really, really beautiful.
So this is where we're going to be eating later today, in this Nomad Family house, and the woman who is welcoming us into the family is a matriarch of an 11-person family. She took over about 6 years ago when she lost her husband, and it's been a lot of work for her to take over everything and make some big decisions. So yeah, and there's nothing out here. It's just very, very dry, barren desert.
So we've got couscous on the menu today, a very traditional form, the classic Amadzir version, and the matriarch here is preparing it for us.
Okay, all right. This looks stunning. And some tea. Really nice, mint tea. We have our couscous, and look how deluxe this is. This is chicken, beef, tons of different vegetables, and the couscous looks so fluffy.
Those are beetroots, carrots, pumpkin. This is turnip.
Alright, I'm going in for the bite of the turnip. A couple other vegetables like pumpkin, carrot. Oh wow. That tastes amazing. Oh, it's a little spicy as well. She's got a ton of different spices in that broth that she sprinkled on top. The turnip and the other vegetables basically just disintegrate in your mouth. They're so tender. Wow.
The couscous is incredible, and of course we're having tea. And one thing that I just learned that's really interesting is that they pour it very tall here in Morocco to form those bubbles on the top, specifically because when the sand blows into the tea, it'll get caught in those bubbles, so you could take it, spit the sand out, and then enjoy your tea. But luckily we're surrounded by this really nice tent. There is not a whole lot of options for accommodation here in the Sahara Desert. If you want to stay in the desert, you got to camp, and that's what we're going to do tonight. So I'm pretty excited for that. We're going to go to the camp now, and then we're going to go on a little camel ride, of course, this evening for the sunset. Talk about camping. This is way, way better than any camping I've ever done. We've got this huge king-size bed. There's even a shower and a toilet in this tent. I definitely thought I was going to be using the bathroom in the desert tonight, but this is a nice surprise from our friends at Moroccan Food Tour. So we're heading out into the desert again with the camels this time, and I've just been given this to put on some traditional Moroccan clothing. and it's time to ride a camel for the first time in my life.
This is what you wear in the desert. Jimmy!
Jimmy the camel is my ride tonight. Okay, I guess I'm getting on it. Sorry, Jimmy. Okay, yep. Good. Oh wow, Jimmy is tall. We are on the camels. It's actually more comfortable than I had imagined, and the views are incredible. Jimmy is doing a really good job here, taking care of me. This is a lot of fun. It's slow, but it's definitely an experience, and you get to see the dunes from a different perspective. How's the experience?
Oh, it's wonderful. Really comfortable. So right now we basically have the Sahara Desert to ourselves.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm sorry.
So right now we have the Sahara to ourselves essentially. Not much tourism happening, but it's gonna start up again, and these guys are so sweet. Hey Jimmy!
It's almost like another world out here. Almost like we're on Mars or something. The sand is so silky smooth, and it's got all these wave patterns in it. And yeah, you can't see anything. There's nothing out here.
Jimmy and Bob, they're chilling now.
So we're just playing in the dunes here, getting familiar with the sand. It is the finest sand I've ever seen in my entire life, and it's really windy, so you definitely want to cover your face. What a day here in Morocco. Look at this. The sun is just starting to set over the Sahara Desert, and I never thought I'd say that. I'm so happy to be here. This was an incredible day. We experienced really all the best things you can do here in the Sahara Desert, and a huge thank you to Moroccan Food Tour for showing us around and getting us in places that we could never have done on our own. So if you guys want to book your own tour here in Morocco, check them out down in the description box. What was your favorite thing we had to eat today, Serena?
Medfuna.
Oh yeah, that's an easy one.
Amazing.
Yeah, the Medfuna was incredible, but today it's just been so much fun. If you guys haven't already subscribed, hit the bell icon so you're notified. We have more episodes from Morocco coming soon, so we'll see you on the next episode of Chopstick Travel soon. Bye.
Bye.